up, Crypto Warriors? Sergeant Crypto back at it again. It is super early in the morning right now, 4 a.m. on the 28th of not September, December, the 28th of December. And Bitcoin actually touched 28K. Let's have a quick look at that. Bitcoin was in correlation with the date of within the last couple of days. So Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, it was at 24K. Christmas, 25K. The day after Christmas, Boxing Day, 26K. Reached 27K on the 27th, and then popped to 28K right before the 28th of December. So yeah, we are seeing some craziness right now in the Bitcoin market, and I have two videos queued up for you guys. They were both recorded at 1.25 speed. So if you listen to this or watch this already sped up, it's going to sound a little bit distorted. So I'm just giving you a heads up, right? But it's with Michael Saylor and Raoul. It was an interview that Hyperchange YouTube channel did with Michael Saylor, and he spoke about why Bitcoin is important. And of course, he's the most influential person in Bitcoin this year. And Raoul from Real Vision, he did an interview with Stansberry Research in their YouTube channel, and he talks about selling gold or getting rid of his gold and getting it into a bigger or larger Bitcoin position. So enjoy both these videos, and we are seeing some crazy times right now. We are still super early in this Bitcoin game. We're super early. Don't think that it's too late. Don't watch this big number here. Stack sats. That's the point. And I had conversation, not an conversation, but I had a conversation earlier with a buddy of mine, and he wanted to know if he was too late to the Bitcoin game. I don't think so. I still think we are super early with the price predictions that's coming out from, research from bankers who hated Bitcoin just a few years ago, and hedge funds and all that. We're seeing a Bitcoin price anywhere between 250K to 500K. And yeah, we're still super early. There's still a lot of upside. Bitcoin is a network where anyone could join, and you don't need permission to join. You don't need permission to join, this savings account, this bank, so to speak. It's the bank of the internet, the savings account of the internet. You don't need permission to join. All you need is an internet connection. Watch the videos. Let's discuss it in the comment section below. And yeah, I already sped it up. So here we go.
Haven treasury asset. It's something you're gonna use to give money to your grandchildren. If you want to have money 30 years from now, 60 years from now, and you want to put your money in property that the state can't seize, no government, the government can't get at, it's not going to be taxed away like real estate. It's going to be there for 30 years, 40 years. Then this is the ultimate long duration safe haven asset. You see companies like my company, we have like nearly 800 million in it right now. And you'll see insurance companies like Mass Mutual putting 100 million in. That's 100 million out of a $230 billion general fund. What happens when they put 1% in or 2% in? So that rotation from speculative asset to safe haven asset is a big idea, because you go from 1% of the people betting 1% of their money to 100% of the people betting 50% of their money. Okay, big idea. Like there's $300 trillion worth of monetary energy sitting between bond stocks and real estate. Half of it just wants a store of value. So there's no reason why $150 trillion wouldn't flow into the Bitcoin network. And so we're not talking about demonetizing gold. We're talking about the people that stampeded to gold or S&P indexes or stock indexes or bond indexes. If you don't love, if you own Tesla, you love it. But there's a lot of people that buy stocks they don't love. They just put it in there because they don't want to lose their money. And so they will use Bitcoin as a savings account. It's like the savings and loan at the end of the universe. Savings and loan in cyberspace that's available to 7.8 billion people, where no politician can steal your money. Right? That's a simple idea. Everybody on earth needs it. Simple. There's another idea, though, which is this is the first truly engineered monetary network in the history of the world. And by that, I mean, it's a closed thermodynamically sound monetary system. If you put $100 million in the system, it's like charging a battery. It has no power loss. You can store it for 100 years. It'll still be there. Every other monetary system has a power loss in it. It bleeds. You put your money into electricity and store it in a battery, you lose 2% a month. You have 24% inflation rate a year. You can't move electricity around without losing 6% of it over the course of a few hundred miles. So what if I wanted to store all my monetary energy and I didn't want to lose it every month or every year or every decade? Well, I design a closed system, 21 million gold coins. None come in, none go out. All I can do is heat it up or cool it down. That's the definition of a thermodynamic closed system. Bitcoin is the first example of that system. What that means is that you can collect all of the monetary energy in the world, store it in this battery, hold it for 100 years, channel it through time and space with no energy loss.
And this second recording is with Raoul from Real Vision. This is on Stansberry Research from Stansberry Research, I should say. And here he's talking about selling his gold to get a bigger allocation in Bitcoin. There's something here that these guys know. So whether or not you think you are late to the game, no, you're not late to the game, because they are still purchasing Bitcoin at these highs. They're getting rid of other assets like cash and gold, right, to get Bitcoin. So are we still early? Yes, we are. And just like the last recording, this one is going to be recorded at 1.25 times speed. So if you speed it up, it'll sound even a little bit more distorted. Here we go.
If I'm talking about 10-year time horizon, of course I care. But over the next 6 months, even if there's negative interest rates, it's not the end of the world.
So I find it interesting that you're saying you'd consider selling some of your gold to buy more Bitcoin, because I always saw you, Raoul, as a hybrid adopter and lover of both gold and Bitcoin.
Yes, and I am and remain so, and I don't dislike gold. But when you get to the macro opportunity, when it's all happening, if Bitcoin starts breaking out of these patterns that it's been forming, it is going to massively outperform gold. I'm 100% sure of that. So in which case, why would I have the gold allocation?
I guess when I speak, right. So when I ask this question to gold aficionados, they'll say when the money starts leaving the bond market, it will flow into gold, and hence that's why gold will then go to 5, 10,000, 20,000, whatever.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that. I don't think the money leaves the bond market. I think, like Japan, I think the bond market continues to attract pension assets and a whole bunch of others. So I'm not fearful of hyperinflation, default, or anything else. What I'm interested in is people adopting a different monetary unit for their savings and reserve assets.
What about central banks? And I asked Michael Saylor this as well. We've seen them buying gold at record amounts last year, the first quarter of this year. Do you see an adoption of Bitcoin?
For sure. It's all got to come in waves, right? It started with retail. It's started to move into hedge funds. We're not there yet. You can't prime broke Bitcoin assets, but that's coming. We're starting to see family offices in the space. Next is the institutions, the endowments, the pension plans. And within that, you'll find some government, it'll be somebody like Nicaragua or somebody will suddenly say, we've allocated 5% to Bitcoin. Somebody who's always had problems with currency devaluation. That's going to come. And it's going to be another huge story, much like the Michael Saylor story, that will come out of nowhere. Everyone's going to go.
That's because Bitcoin, you don't need permission to join the network. All you need is an internet connection to join the network. So we've seen Iran starting to use Bitcoin as a way to circumvent sanctions. We're seeing the same thing in Venezuela. People around the world, countries, anyone can use Bitcoin. And that's why I still think we are super duper early. What are your thoughts? Smash the likes, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to leave a link to both of these videos in the comment section below. And let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Do you think we're too late? Or we're still early? Like, this has to be like a real conversation we got to have in the comment section below. And watch out for the scammers. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.